So what we're up next to now is what we call a well pair. So you can see that each group has two wells. The one to the right is called the injector, where steam produced in the central facility is injected under the ground to heat up the bitumen, mobilize it, and lower the viscosity so that it can flow more easily. The well on the left is called the producer, and that's where the bitumen, the water that is condensed, that was the injected steam, as well as a small amount of solution gas downhole, comes back up to the surface. The injector generally sits approximately 3 meters to 3 to 5 meters on top of the producer, and these wells actually extend in a horizontal direction, anywhere from 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers, so up to a mile, in the direction heading out away from the pads. And so what happens is that injector will heat up the bitumen around it, and you'll actually create a steam chamber above that injector. And wherever that steam contacts bitumen, the viscosity will drop and it'll flow down to the producer, which sits at the bottom of the pay zone in the reservoir. And from there we bring it back up to surface.
So you can go horizontally 1 kilometer.
Yeah, that's correct.
Up the heat.
Yeah, so in terms of surface impact, you can see, I mean, this is a typical well pad, so you can look around and see how much land it uses. But in terms of resource that we're accessing, it's a mile in each direction.
And you said pay zone. That's a very interesting phrase. What does that mean?
So pay zone is a term of the reservoir where it's the thickness of the reservoir where the oil actually exists. So the pay zone thickness can be anywhere from a couple meters thick to 10 meters thick in the best locations. Generally somewhere in the middle. At 2 meters, it probably wouldn't be economical to go for it. And at 10 meters, that would be one of our best. And so that pay zone is what we go after. And so we drill into near the bottom of that active part of the reservoir where the oil sits. And that's what the pay zone is.
And you're producing, again, how many barrels a day?
30,000.
And how many